I'm coming. Here it comes. Coming. I'm coming. Exercise number 2 for this week, Thursday, a week before Thanksgiving, is that we are going to be working on a place cue. This is a great thing for you to practice next week when you're around a lot, when you might be cooking, you might be spending a lot of time eating meals, which basically is all of the pandemic, but maybe even more so next week. So we are going to be working on a place cue, which means go somewhere, lie down, hang out there. That's a really complicated skill, especially the stay part. But so what we're trying to build on right now, the foundation we're trying to build, is learn to find a place, and we always practice with the same mat, towel, or small like foldable dog bed. Not anything that stays out all the time. I like to practice by picking something that the dog understands. When we work with this, lots of value is going to be created for you hanging out here. So if it's a towel, fold it up and put it away when you're not working on this skill. All right, so first thing is Roscoe. Yes, very nice. You get nice eye contact. And then I'm going to cue, go to your bed. I'm going to point to the place I want. And then he needs to go there, and we've been practicing this. There we go. He knows he's supposed to lie down. And then as soon as he lies down, he gets his treat, and I say, okay, which means he can get up. We're not working on the stay part yet. Okay, Roscoe. Yes, good boy. Ready? Go to your bed. Okay, if he doesn't really get on it, I'm going to reset. Go to your bed. I want him all the way on the bed. Yes, that was a very nice repetition. Good job. Okay, very nice. And one more time. Go to your bed. And we're just gonna wait till he... Sometimes I'll treat them so their whole body ends up on the bed. Okay, good job. All right, part 2, go to your bed. Again, Millie's only been working on this for a few days. We need to make sure her down is really solid. Then we work on down on our special mat, and then we start adding the place cue. And another thing that I do when I'm working on a place cue, I can just release the dog at the end, tell them okay, and they can get up, but I can also add things like come or hand targeting to get them off of their mat and reset for another round of go to your place. So we're gonna start off, touch, by doing a touch, and then go to your bed. So enthusiastic. Very good. Very nice. And then when I want to start working on longevity, I'm going to just work on having that dog lay on the mat and try to toss these treats so the dog stays in the down, or wait until the dog is in the down and then place them. And then again, because I'm now sort of adding distance and duration, I want to reward pretty heavily as often as I can. And then, Millie, come! Yes! And then I can add a come at the end, or I can just release the dog, or I can practice the hand target. Now, we practice this so much that these dogs know what they're supposed to do. So I didn't even cue her. She ran back to her bed. I love that enthusiasm, but I also really want to work on the cue. And I want to teach the dog to go only when I ask, okay? Touch. Good girl. Can you do a second touch? Yes. Okay, go to your bed. The hippity hop is hilarious. Love it. We love it. Okay. And this is what I will also love, is a dog that's like, no, I'm not really done yet. I want to keep practicing this because I love working. That's really a goal, is because eventually the transition of leaving the treats becomes all about the joy of working. So we have to have a dog that loves to do this. We do a lot of play in between that I don't show in all the videos, but that's why the dogs love this. It's fun. Yes, they do it for the treats, but they also do it eventually because it's just fun to do. Okay? All right, good job. Our third dog today, demoing Go to Your Place, is Ace. And he's worked on this the longest. So that's a behavior that we get when a dog gets a little bit overly aroused, wants to work, and is sort of demanding that I pay attention to him, in which case I want to try to do the opposite, which is very hard to do sometimes, but hey, needs to be our MO, is to ignore the barking so the dog gets zero reinforcement. So he's been working on this the longest. We're gonna add distance now. So originally I walk right up to the mat when I tell the dog to get on the mat. I throw treats on it, or I lure the dog into the down. That's sort of phase 1. He's more like at phase 3, which is that we start much further away, and so maybe 5 to 6 feet, and I say, go to your bed. And he needs to back away from me or turn and run away, and then he needs to stay on the mat until I release it. If he gets up, I just give him some body language. I move right back in, wait till he lies down, come back in, reward him again, and then, okay. So sometimes when a dog gets really amped up and is so excited to work, or is just so excited, I have to take a minute and I have to bring things down a little bit. Training a puppy is really about kind of knowing their temperament. So a dog that's sort of quiet and more mellow, I usually have to mimic the opposite of that. So I will be really excited. I'll use lots of faster movements. When I have a dog that's the opposite of that, they're really excited, they've got a lot of adrenaline going, I might have to take a break for a minute and just quietly talk to that dog, bring things down a few notches, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to get a lot of barking as a product of our training, because that means every time that dog works, that barking becomes part of the exercise. And I can't have that happen. That's not a long-term goal that we want. So sometimes I'll try to bring things down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Or I will just work in really easy versions that don't create quite as much frustration for the dog either. Okay, Ace, go to your bed. Okay, good boy, go to your bed. Ace, touch. Touch. Good boy, go to your bed. Nice. So now we've got him working and thinking, but the barking has subsided a little bit. That's barking, but not from him. That's from another one of our fans that is upset that he isn't playing. Okay, I know. Everybody, down. Sit, down, and touch. Okay, now here's another skill. When a dog gets good at something, we stop rewarding for every repetition. We might ask for 3 or 4 things for 1 treat. Okay, so that's how we strengthen behaviors.